tell you what happened to me the other day. At the Piggly, standing in line, feeling nervous, waiting my time. Then a large can fell from my coat, so I shouted before they took note. Who threw that ham at me? Who threw that ham at me? Hey, please, did anyone see? Who threw that ham at me?
I want to go home now, you idiots.
Okay, disco garbage can. Yeah, flip your lid. Disco garbage can. Flip your lid. Yeah, get down. Alright. Twirl. Everyone twirl. So I turned and walked away. Like later on I would go and pay. Then it happened when I stopped. A frozen bird fell with a plop.
My family is waiting for me.
A frozen bird fell with a plop. Who flung this turkey at me? Who flung this turkey at me? What's going on? Didn't you see? Someone threw a turkey at me. Yeah, disco garbage can, everybody. Yeah, flip your lid. Disco garbage can. Yeah, do the disco garbage can. Who threw that ham at me? Who threw that ham at me? Hey, didn't anybody see? Who threw that ham at me? Who threw that ham at me? Disco garbage can, everybody. Yeah, get down. Yeah, that's really great. Yeah, go for it, baby. Yeah, that's really great. Well, everybody, I've made my scene here at the disco tonight, so I'm going on to the next disco. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Hey guys, Dave Darren here. I'm waiting for Omar to call in tonight. We're going to talk, by the way, if you don't know what Omar looks like, I've got Omar's picture here up on the screen right now. He's got some chick problems, and we're supposed to talk to Omar tonight. He calls me out when I was at McDonald's and I'm getting an ice cream. I don't eat meat, so I was getting an ice cream, which comes from a cow, right? Although I think it's non-dairy at McDonald's. There's a picture of me, what I used to look like when I used to dress in my Howard Stern look-alike, and tonight, since I thought tonight's show was going to be like a Howard Stern show, I am dressed again like Howard. Now, my wig is kind of fucked up. I need to get my wig worked on, but here we go. I'm dressed like this, waiting for Omar to call in. I even responded to the Skype because he called me on my 609 number. So hopefully he's going to call. He says he's got these problems with chicks. And initially when he called, because it's from the UK, I couldn't really hear what he was saying because I'm driving, eating an ice cream cone. My wife's next to me, eating an ice cream cone, licking the ice cream cone. So I'm looking at her because she's licking an ice cream cone. So I'm thinking we're going to have, maybe I'll wear the wig tonight while we have sex. But she was licking the ice cream cone very seductively. I got Omar on the line. I got a bad connection. I'm in the car. I thought Omar, an Italian guy, I thought he was having trouble with vinegar. Instead, he's telling me he's got trouble with Viagra. Here he is. Omar's on the line. Omar, dude, what's going on?
Dave, how you doing?
Good. Let me tune you up a little bit. Can you hear me better?
Are you on now?
I'm on right now. Yeah, it's at the top of the hour. Here we are at the top of the hour. We're on right now.
Oh, my God. Listen, I am so privileged to do that. I just did it on the off chance, brother.
Yeah,
So,
hang on. Let me introduce you. I was just introducing Omar. Omar calls me up. I was at McDonald's having an ice cream cone. I was telling my audience that I was talking to Omar. My wife's licking an ice cream cone next to me with her nice, sexy tongue, and it was a crazy. I couldn't hear what you said when you called up. I thought, here's Omar. Here's Omar, an Italian guy, and I thought you said you had trouble with vinegar. But you're having trouble with vagina, not vinegar, unless the vagina.
Dave, do you know the worst kind of vinegar is the vagina vinegar?
You know, I was going to say now, when you're going down on a woman, are you going down on vagina flavor?
Unleashed down and dirty tonight because we are two great men, patriots from our own countries. Right, and I've got to say one thing now, yeah? I'm not going to judge you through religion, creed, colour, sexuality, gender, and all that yet. But I've got my principles too. And what is really pissing me off right now about your country, Dave, is what's going on totally. I know we were going to talk about damaged women first half, but let's get the political stuff.
No. I like that. No, Omar. Let's get to the damaged women first. I'm psyched to talk to damaged women now. By the way, how damaged are they? Like, are they having droopy, saggy breasts and bad nose jobs, or mentally damaged?
Dave,
What's
I'm really going to lay the facts out now. Can I just give a little quick 2 minutes into my own experience in the last
with the ladies, right?
Days?
With the ladies, right? Right. Go
Okay,
ahead. Go ahead. The ladies. Let's get to the ladies.
I met up with this woman whose name is Elle. I'm not going to give it away because I couldn't trash her reputation more than she trashed her own. Yeah. Okay. Now, this L lady, L for loser.
L for lunatic.
Are you here?
L for lunatic. Right?
Lunatic, her name begins with an L-Y and it's got an A on the end of it, so fill in the blanks. Now, I met this lady originally.
Fill in the blanks. By the way, Omar, hang on a second. Omar, hold on a second. When you said fill in the blanks, you were down below filling in her blank with your penis, right? That's what we're talking about tonight, right?
I did that 19 years ago, and I sort of did it again between the 31st of December 2020, and I thought this is really going to be a good year because, wow,
right, so
I'm talking good year, good year. But you know what? It ended up like the good year blip that got blown out.
I was going to answer it.
That was what I'm talking damaged goods, yeah?
I was going to... Omar, hold on one second. Let me ask you a question. When you said 19 years ago you were banging this chick and now you banged her recently. Now, how was the vagina a lot wider than it was before? We're talking Goodyear. Was it a much larger vagina than you remember?
I mean, it was okay then in 2001, if I recall right. In fact, I recall very rightly. Okay. But it was just on the off chance that we'd hooked up again, like maybe a couple of weeks before Christmas, and she was in a couple of shitty, but I should have seen the warning signs. Yeah. She was in a couple of shitty relationships with a couple of shitty people, and I kind of filled in the blanks for about a day and a half, and then it just went to shit. You know, I should have seen it.
But a day and a half is not so bad, Omar. Come on, we're talking about COVID, where it's hard to hook up with a chick. We're talking about hard times, and you were giving her a hard time. You gave her a hard time, literally a hard time for a day and a half, and you're complaining to Dave Darren here. You had a hard time with a blonde chick. I think she was blonde, right? Was she blonde?
You saw her, I think. You know the one I'm talking about, Dave, don't you?
Yeah, the blonde chick, right? Are we talking about the blonde girl?
That's the one.
That's the one.
49 years of age, you know.
That's not a bad age.
Likes her right hip massage because she thinks she's got arthritis. Sorry, am I getting a little graphic here?
No, it's not graphic enough. Let's speed it up. Okay, more graphic. Come on now. Come on, this is my show. I'm dressed like Howard Stern tonight.
How far can we go?
You can go as far as your penis went inside that vagina. Go ahead.
Oh, man, it certainly went some ways with her. While she's on the phone to her partner, number one, that she ditched like a month before. I mean, I should have seen this as warning signs. Dave, man to man, yeah? You should never confuse lust with love, yeah? Lust is you want to get your rocks off.
Right,
yeah?
Right.
End of.
Well, you didn't. 19 years ago, did you fall in love with this chick 19 years ago?
No, I didn't. I screwed her for a couple of days. Let's be totally honest. That's what happened between me and her.
Oh, so
I completely lost touch with her.
So
and then this wonderful thing called Facebook hooked me up with it. But Oh man, come on! This is what we're going to talk about damaged goods now. Yeah. At the end of the day, all the warning signs were there, Dave. Yeah. From the day I met her, she said to me, "Oh, I just want a really good friend." So, without breaking any regulations and all that, yeah, me and her hooked up, and I put £30 in her gas tank. Yeah. I mean, this is how broke this fucking hoe was at the end of the day, yeah?
What's
she didn't even have £30, and I've come 22 miles across London, back to near where my mum and dad live, but a few miles away where she's at. So I had to put, first thing, we've just gone straight thing, I've met her from the rail station, and I've gone straight to the Esso petrol station. I put 30 quid in her tank. I bought her a dairy milk and a bottle of Ribena, and then we hooked up and we was like, well, what do you want to do now then? So we kind of went to a couple of friends and a couple of friends and a couple of friends, and it so transpired we went to a good friend of mine who lives in it's a grade 1 listed building in Epsom in Surrey. So she had a drink, we had a drink, you know, we had a little bit of party and all that, fill in the blanks, you know, bit of dancing on the whatever, but I was like, listen, honey, you ain't driving because you've had a couple of cans of beer, yeah, a couple of cans of Heineken, right, Dave?
Right. By the way, did you get knobbed in the car, or did you get knobbed in the car?
No, but this is what happened.
I mean, let me
give her a time. So obviously, by the time it was about 4:35 a.m., she stopped drinking around midnight. So we're talking 4.5 hours, 2 cans of Heineken, 5% each.
Well, she's drinking from your.
So we went to mine. And when we got to mine, I was really gentlemanly about it. You know, I'm a bit of a tart. I like to go in the shower at whatever time of morning I come in, and then I do my moisturizer on my face, and I brush my teeth.
Omar, did you give her? Omar, let me ask you. You said you put moisturizer on your face. By the way, did you put moisturizer on her face? You should put moisturizer on a girl's face. You got to do that.
Dave, you're jumping the story by about 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm leading into that. Okay.
Let's go. I'll let Omar talk. Tell us keep going. Sorry. Keep going.
By the time I've done that, I mean, I've gone to the restroom because I've got my own space. I've got a wash basin where I live, but my restroom is at the end of the corridor. There's a couple of little flatlets out there as well. So she's gone, can I go there? And, you know, I'm like, yeah, okay. So by the time I come back, you know, there's me. I've got some hot water on my body and I'm moisturized and in my boxer shorts and I'm coming to her. And she's just there. Suddenly I walked in. I was like, Dave, you know what? She certainly has got less clothes on than she had when I left her. You get what I mean?
Yes, very good. I like it so far. So
I mean, she'd be there. Dave, are you one of these men that can understand women? Do you know when they start twirling, especially when they got like long hair, shoulderish, and they put their like first finger on their right hand and they start twirling that? What does that tell you as a male attraction signal? Come on, Dave, tell me straight.
Anal sex. That's what it means. Anal sex.
Oh shit! You got whether it's there or not.
That's my guess.
That's the signal, yeah. I've studied psychology. We've been on this program before. But she's all there, like, twirling her fucking hair, and I'm just such a slag up. You know, like, at the moment in the UK, dental treatment is really scarce, unless you need a tooth pulling and that. So I'm very paranoid about that. I wear a couple of bridges, so in between my bridges and all my teeth, I really take care, because I know if I'm going to get fucked up, I can't see a dentist. So I'll do my oral hygiene really well. So I'm doing that. And Dave, I'm in my silk boxers, yeah? They're very tight around the groin area as well, yeah?
And
you've got a nice
Omar,
let me... Do you know what she turned around to me? She was twirling her hair on my bed and looking at me like 7-8 feet away. Right. And she goes to me, Omar, you've got such nice legs and a lovely tight ass. And I'm like, bitch, I'm brushing my teeth. My teeth at the moment. Can you at least give me a little break until I get back? So,
come on. You don't need a break. As soon as someone says that to me, man, that toothbrush is going in the sink. I'm not going to rinse out my mouth.
The distance between the sink and my toothbrush and me was sort of getting exponentially larger as I was going back.
Okay, Omar,
without the help of anything.
Let me ask you this question. In the United States, we're different than the UK. If a girl tells me that and I'm brushing my teeth, That toothbrush is going in the sink. I'm not even going to wash out my mouth. When I'm down on that vagina, I'm going to be tasting. I'm going to be tasting toothpaste because I'm going down there with a mouthful of toothpaste. I'm in a hurry to get to that vagina. I'm in a hurry to get to that vagina, man. There's nothing going to stop me. No toothbrush is going in my mouth. Go ahead. Sorry, Omar. Keep going. I like this story. It's getting better.
No, you're absolutely bang on with that analysis.
Bang on. Yeah, I'm bang on.
Or analysis. I think, sorry, let me not get caught down that road. That's about another 15 minutes into the story. So I sort of meandered back as I am, doing my little body stretch, one foot after the other, onto the bed. And I tell you what, at the moment, I've got two really nice luxury puffy pillows that are not duck feather because I get hay fever, so I can't stand that shit. They're going to be synthetic, but they've got to be good.
From mypillow.com?
Okay. Playing What's New Pussycat? Whoa. In fact, I started playing that. Can you imagine, babe?
Tom Jones.
Who I am.
Tom
you love
Jones.
your British culture, don't you? Yeah.
Yes, Tom Jones. What's New Pussycat? What's new?
Yeah. So what's the first goddamn thing that I put on my little, I've got a little Bluetooth, well, it's quite a loud Bluetooth speaker. It's about 4.5 inches by 3.
But you're not
JBL one.
You're not 4.5. You're bigger than 4.5.
She goes to me, can you play some music, darling? Just about time I get down to nitty gritty. So what's the first thing that come up on my fucking selection, Dave? Tom Jones.
Right.
What's New Pussycat? And what's wrong with that?
No, I like it. I like Tom Jones. Hell of a man.
Oh, yeah. I'm into all that. Listen, I grew up with, when I was a kid, my mom used to do the hoovering when I remember from the age of 4 or 5, 6, 7, and it always used to be Tom Jones, Elvis, or Frank Sinatra, or Bobby Darin. At the end of the day, I grew up on that kind of music, man. At the end of the day, when they said that a wise guy, I grew up on all that. My dad spent, before he even came to England, and he came to England, he left, his country in India when he was 17. Then he went to Italy for 16 years in Napoli. So, like you say, why am I so ingrained into the Italian culture? Because it's something I've grown up with, Dave. Do you understand?
Yep. So let me ask you a question here. I want to ask this question. Tom Jones, he's a knighted guy, isn't he? Isn't he knighted from the UK? He's a knighted guy, isn't he?
He certainly is. Yeah, he certainly is.
So so let me, Omar. Let me ask you. So you're playing What's New Pussycat by Sir Tom Jones. Let's get his surname correct. Sir Tom Jones. How many minutes between Sir Tom Jones singing before your penis went in there for the first penetration? How many minutes?
Okay, so you've got the verse, the first bit, and I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher this, What's New Pussycat? Right, Dave, I'm at my sink now, I've got my bottom to my sink. I've just put my toothbrush down.
Right.
I've rinsed that. I've got some hemp toothpaste, by the way, which is something that Bambi Smith would really like because it's non-fluoride. So I clean my mouth out with that, and I've got a non-fluoride mouthwash that I use. So I was all there, and I put some water over my head just to look like a tart that I am. And I'm literally I'm standing by the wash basin now and going to recreate it. It's about 7 steps for me to where she was lying. And then by the time I turned around again, she had both her hands behind her head, and she was playing with the right side of her long blondie hair. You've seen what she looks like, haven't you?
Right. I've seen that. I'm getting horny now.
Yeah.
I've got
so she's playing with her blondie hair now, and the legs are getting just wide open, and she's got nothing on. I turned around and I was like, wow. But I couldn't contain myself, and I'm in my silk boxers. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. Then I sit on the end of the bed. And then she gets her right leg, Dave, and puts it in a place. I'm like, oh my God, this chick is serious.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't know how restrictive we can get on descriptive on this program.
No restriction whatsoever. No restriction whatsoever. But let me ask you, when she opened up her leg, hairy, bushy vagina or shaven?
Oh, no. She got her right foot and placed it in a place when I sat down in the corner. I've got like it's not a 4-poster, but it's a real metal frame spread that looks like a 4-poster. So I'm sitting on the bottom end of it, and she's around 5'7", same height as me, roughly.
Tall girl.
And as I sat down there, her right leg has drifted into a place that I don't really want to get too graphic about now, but it sort of did things for me. And then the next thing was, we're going through the last sort of verses on What's New Pussycat? whoa, what's you pussy? Yeah, so can you imagine like the last little bit of the song's coming in, and I'm thinking, what the fuck are we gonna? Is he gonna select next? So as I've laid down next to her and we've sort of embraced, oh dear, Dave, the worst song that could come on after that. It was a Tom Jones one. Can you guess what it was?
Thunderballs, because you're going to be pounding her with your thunderous balls.
I love that track.
Thunderball.
But it's like, you know, when you're getting into that, maybe I would have hoped that my
Green, I know that. I know. Let me guess.
Something like Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing, but no. Do you know what he played directly next after
yes,
that?
I do.
And you can imagine, I'm in the embrace now, and I'm just about to get where you were talking about.
Help
and
yourself.
And then guess what comes on? Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's not unusual. And I'm like, oh my God, how could I pace it down when Tom Jones' It's Not Unusual was on? So I had a very awkward semi on, and I'm having a little dance with her before I really wanted to do what I wanted to do, if you get what I mean. Because what else can you do to Tom Jones? It's not unusual.
Yeah, so there was nothing unusual about going in the anus, right?
Are you getting the picture now? I'm in embrace with her. I want to just get the, you know, bang, in there. And then suddenly, on my selection, it's not unusual to be loved by anyone. So
it's not unusual to be loved by anyone.
It's got a good music sense, I give it that. Absolutely.
What? I'm sorry, what?
But, and then we start rocking where I'm supposed to be shagging, but I wasn't, because I wanted to. But Tom Jones, It's Not Unusual comes on, and every bone in my body, you can hear me clicking now, No matter what you say, what unusual to see me. Sorry, Dave,
so you're with this hot chick you're with this hot chick. Her leg is between your thighs. In other words, near the rock hard penis. Tom Jones is singing it, and you guys break into karaoke.
Song comes on.
You guys break into karaoke instead of getting down to business and fucking. You're into karaoke. Come on now.
Can you imagine that you're in that position? Put yourself in that position with your missus, my friend, and I'm sure you have done before.
Yes.
Right? You put something a little bit mid-tempo on, like I say. Previous Tom Jones.
I'm going for that vagina. Fuck Tom Jones.
Come on, Siri, play me some Sexual Healing selection. And instead of Marvin Gaye coming on, and I like in that middle section between I'm getting, you know, I'm really feeling that demonic urge coming up inside me, you know, the red sexual devil coming out. And she's got that as well. And we're just embracing, and I just get next to her and I kiss her. And the next thing on my little fucking Amazon Echo Dot, you know what an Amazon Echo Dot is, don't you?
Oh yeah, I've got one right next to me, right here. Yep, I know.
Right. Well, I got the previous generation, so now I bought mine in 2020 middle. So I basically I just said, please, Tom Jones, Sexual Music Selection. Bang. Okay, I'll play your selection. And then the next song that comes on, which I thought was going to get really sort of mellow and, you know, maybe Pretty Ricky, Love Like Honey. Do you know that tune? For all us hip-hop and R&B people?
No, I'm not up on my hip-hop. Sorry about that. Even though it's Black History Month.
It's by a guy called Pretty Ricky, and it's called Honey. But Dave, that is my sex tune number one, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Any woman that's there, they succumb to the charms every single time.
Oh,
do you know what? I don't know how many people are tuned into this show now, but I hope as fuck they aren't some of the ones that I'm trying to hit off.
So now finally, what's the first... she's an English chick. Is she not? Is she from the UK? Is she an English chick?
Yeah. She is. Yeah.
So
apparently her mom's English, her dad's Israeli. So yes, she's born and brought up here. So I would qualify that as yes.
Okay, so she's a UK chick. Now I've been with mostly Asian chicks or American chicks. What's the next moves that happen? A leg between your thighs near your rock hard penis. You got Tom Jones finished. Tom Jones is done. We're at the song where you get ready to have some serious action. What happens then? Does she make a move, or do you make a move, or do you both make a move simultaneously? What happens?
It's 50-50, isn't it? Let's be fair, it's 50-50.
50-50.
By the way, 50-50. If she don't want you to get up in there
By the way, when you talk
As
to
you are.
when you talk to an American guy, it's 50-50. That's when we pick up hookers. It's $50 for a blowjob, $50 for anal intercourse. So that's what we think about 50-50. So don't confuse your UK audience and my audience. We know what 50-50 is.
This show has long been coming, hasn't it?
So what happened? 50-50.
Just like I was with Miss L on the 1st of January. Long time coming.
That's right. That's exact. So 50-50. What does that mean? What does that mean to my audience? What does that mean?
Right. So being gentlemanly as I am, oh dear, I'm really kidding this. If there's any women out there that I'm trying to hit on at the moment, it's going to be fucking zero by tomorrow morning.
That's all right. My ratings are about zero.
See, I can't help but sound like a guy called Alan Partridge. Now, please do me a favour. Look up, he's one of the best comedic actors, people that are there. But he just says some of the most nonsensical bullshit and some of the craziest stuff like I do. So I can relate to him. So please, can you look up Alan Partridge here on the BBC when you get off the phone?
I'll do that for sure, absolutely. So stop it.
He's great. He's really great. He's like a character playing a character.
Yeah.
But he's a comedic actor.
Oh, okay.
But that's his best character, as far as I'm concerned. But sometimes I really do feel like I'm going into Partridge territory, and you'll know what I mean when I'm talking about it, because I just can't help it.
The only thing we know about the Partridges in the United States is the Partridge family. So I'll have to look up that guy.
I know the Partridge family. Listen. All I'm going to say is, if I had hair and I was a woman, I'd be a blonde.
I think I'd be a blonde. I think I would be. I'd agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you know the only blonde at the moment I really want to be? Kayleigh McEnany. Man, what a great lady. Yeah.
Who?
Kayleigh McEnany, the previous White House spokeswoman.
Oh yes, of course, exactly. Yeah, she was hot, right? Smart, intelligent, hot.
If I was
had a personality, strong woman
on the set, who I'd be? Jen, what's her name now? Raggedy Ann Sarkey.
Okay, but let's get back to your situation. Forget all those with your situation. Back to you. So what happened? Come on, tell us what's going on now.
Well, I just got a little carried away, I've not been with a woman for about 6 weeks at least then at that point, which is a long time for me.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting a little carried away with her, and yeah, we did literally. All I can say is I dropped a V-pill. I'll be honest with you, I dropped a V-pill as well, because it was late on or early on in the morning. I had one lying around my bedside table, and I thought, fuck it, let's slip this one down my neck before she knows. And for 3.5 hours, I'm like, wow, bang.
3.5 hours. It's good. 3.5 hours worth of sex. 3.5 hours?
Absolutely. I reckon I must have lost about fucking 14 pounds in weight by the end of the morning. So,
and she gained 14 pounds in weight.
She was all right. I mean, come on, for a 49-year-old woman, she was okay. Don't get me wrong. She was okay. She wasn't that bad. She wasn't that good either. But, hey, different horses for different courses, like they say.
Right. So you're with her for the entire night and half the day the next day. It went on. So you're 3.5 hours.
I was there we got back to mine at 4:30 a.m. Now sorry to get into the nitty gritty, but we got parking restrictions outside. So I said, so whatever happens between now and 9 or 5 to 9 in the morning, I'm going to go and move your car, which I did, and I put my shorts on, and I still had a absolutely morning glory going on. Obviously, I told you I dropped the V-pill. Right. So, yeah, between 4:30 and 5 a.m., I went and had my shower. I did my moisturization on my face. I brushed my teeth. I made myself smell good, look good in my silk boxers. And bam, that was it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, now, definitely. No complaints there for a 9-year-old woman.
Right. What was the foreplay like?
She's obviously had practice, Dave. I can tell that.
Let me ask you this. So what was the foreplay like? A UK woman we don't know in the United States that much. A little blowjob action or what before the whole thing started? A little blowjob?
Man, I'm telling you, them UK women are like, you want to forget going to Miami in one of them clubs on a fucking Saturday night, man. UK women are kicking it.
Okay,
I'll vouch for that.
So when you went to move her car, did she come with you? And did you get a blowjob in the car as well? Because now you're horny, she's horny, you're both getting into her car. Did she give you a blowjob in the car?
It was kind of worn out by then because it had been from like 4:35, 5 a.m. I kind of sort of got myself ready for bed. Then 5:05. I keep looking at my watch, man. I must have obsessive compulsive disorder. But yeah,
You know what? The solution.
6, 7. I remember 6:45, you've got a guy coming around with a postal van. You could always fucking hear him barking up, and I heard him about 7:45 in the morning. So it must have been 5, 6, 7 quarter away. 3 hours and 45 minutes, man. That was still good to go.
Yeah, you know what? I'll tell you, there's a solution for having a sore penis after 3.5 hours worth of sex. And there's a solution out from Philadelphia, from Rocky Balboa territory. What we do, we just wrap it with duct tape and we keep going. That's what we wrap it up with duct tape and we keep going. By the way, don't get the silver colored duct tape. It's a lot softer and it can be lubricated a little better. Get the silver duct tape, strap it on your penis, and go in for more.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Dave, I always appreciate a good thing when I get one. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah. Well, now what happened? So now a day and a half later, she's vanished, right? Is that what happened? She's gone? What happened?
Well, I did, but I'm not being funny. She ended up being a bit of a damaged goods individual. Someone that was like, willing to suck and bleed you dry, apart from where you thought it would be.
Right.
And I just got rid of that. And I'm just kind of hooked up with another chick that I met up with in November. You might have seen the live cast of me and her on Trade. I'll post a picture for her to you.
I think I might have. Yeah.
She's great, but she's 35 years of age. She's from Scotland originally. Her name is Jane. And she's a very independent woman, very sort of fucking like a Sybil Fawlty type character, if you watch Powers.
Oh, Sybil
But she runs her own business. She's earning at the moment about $4,500 a month. She's an Amazon independent distributor. She has her own mini van, like a Ford Explorer type thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. She's delivering.
She's got one of them.
So.
She bought one for $12,000. Before this coronavirus shit, she was a bar manager for about 4 years. She did a degree. She's originally from just outside of Glasgow. Well, basically, she's from a place called Kilmarnock in Scotland, and she moved down here. So she's absolutely chalking cheese to this other woman that I've been with.
Right.
She's a bit runaway, Dave. Do you see what I mean? She's a bit too much of an independent woman and all that. I'm not saying I've got a problem with that. I actually quite like that and fancy that about her. But do you see what I'm saying? It's as it is.
So the first woman you were with sounds like she was more like a mental case eventually. She was like a mental institution person, right?
A little bit, yeah.
This is what this is what you should do. Omar, I got some advice for you. This is what you do. Find a mental institution close to your house. Open up a hot dog stand. Open up a hot dog stand in front of the mental institution. When the women come out for their afternoon little stroll to detox their heads, offer them a hot dog before they slip the Prozac at night. That's what you do. You say, would you like a hot dog before your evening Prozac?
Yeah.
And then you get laid. That's what you got to do. Open up a hot dog stand right outside the mental institution.
Can I get a joint?
Who's there? Who's there with you?
I'm just here hooking up with my friend at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Right, so I drop that 10 feet tomorrow. Yeah, give me 2 seconds, Dave. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. We're talking here with Omar. Omar's from the UK. He's been a loyal listener to the Dave Darren Show when the Dave Darren Show actually had an audience. So Omar's back. Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
Who is this guy? What's he talking about? What's he talking about? Omar, who is he talking about?
Who's that? Sorry, Dave. John.
Yeah, who are you talking to? What's this guy all about? Is he like a pimp? Is he getting you laid or what?
No, it's okay now. It's just me housemate, and he's got to get up early in the morning. It's 12:35 here. I'm the nice house.
Yeah, so
right, where were we before? Now, all I've got to say is, listen, for all the listeners out there that are with the Dave Darren WTF Do We Talk All About It show, I am Omar Razvi, a.k.a. Bon Omar Mariko Cobron, if you do not know who I am already. And I'm just giving this out there for the benefit of the people that don't know who I am. I am Dave's UK correspondent. I've been jumping on with Dave since we got on an Art Bell Appreciation Society page, correct, Dave?
Right, that's right. We met via Art Bell Show, correct? Right.
That's right, and we've had a good relationship for about 2 years now, Dave. I would say, wouldn't you?
And we still do have a good relationship, correct? We still have a great relationship.
Yeah. And you're one of these guys that I always back up. And the thing is, at the end of the day, we may come from a completely different demographic. Not that we're that different in the way of thinking, but this is why I think we get on so well, because at the end of the day, we're sensible people. I'm 47 years of age. I've served in Her Majesty's Armed Forces in the Royal Navy. Just for the sake of the listeners, Dave, as a Royal Navy submariner, I was on nuclear attack submarines from 2002 till 2009, where I left. So I did my bit for Queen and Country. Patriot I am and all that. A lot of things I'm very happy with in the society that I live in, but there are a lot of things I'm not happy about, and this is where me and Dave come and read from the same page, because we find that we're people that are split up by 6,500 miles, but we come from the same mindset. And one of the biggest things I'd say about Dave Barron's show is, Dave, this is for the benefit of the listeners, Dave, so I'd like you just to keep quiet here now. Why do I keep coming back to Dave? Because Dave is not afraid to speak his mind. Dave has done his bit. Dave has paid into the economy of your US, your USA. I'm not an American, I'm British. So at the end of the day, I pay into local government here. But I've been to America at least 9 times now since 2003. I love the country, mainly over the West Coast. I lived in Canada for 18 months when I was sort of 17 and a half to the age of 19 in Niagara Falls, Ontario. So I know the North American continent is a place I love. And what I don't love is what's going on now with the country. Half the country have been robbed, basically, We didn't say we were going to get into the political thing, but I'm seeing it from over here. And I'm seeing a witch hunt for probably the best man that has sat in that Oval Office since Abraham Lincoln, really, That's how much of a president I think the previous 45 was. I can't say his name because I would get bloody banned. I got banned for criticising the incumbent president and his fake woman who got 1% of the Democrat vote even when she was running. How the hell did she end up in the White House? It's a takedown, guys. Right or wrong, Dave?
Oh, you're right, absolutely. Omar, I'm not going to get into politics today because I'm fucking fed up with it. I don't even listen.
No. I get you, man. I get you. I totally get you. All I'm going to say is, for the benefit of all our listeners to this show, all I'd like to say on behalf of myself and Dave is, we're going to keep our ear to the ground. And Dave, if it's all right with you, we'd like to give the potential listeners subject matter that I can jump on your show and you come on. I want to do a lot of things with you. I've been offered a twice monthly slot for a local online community station with 35,000 people on it, Dave. Wow. I want to get you on there as well. It's going to be mainly introducing people with different businesses, whether you've got a bakery, a hairdressers, printers, whatever, within our local community here. So that's one opportunity I've been given, and I'd like to do that. And I'd like to get you to jump in maybe with your technical info. Obviously, I'm very interested in what you're doing with the 3D printing and that. But what I'd like to suggest to you, Dave, is if we can do twice monthly a We Talk It All show, and I come on as a co-host with you, I'd love to do that because I've always supported you. I always will. And, I love our Dave Barron family.
Well, you know what's really cool about this is you're going to be on a station that has 35,000 listeners. And I can add a
local station.
So 35,000 listeners, and you know what? I'm going to contribute my 5 listeners, so we'll have 35,005 people. So I can contribute my 5 people.
But number one, do you know what they advertised for about 3 weeks ago, Dave? If I tell you the story, they advertised for we need a host. And not someone that's a professional, but someone that's done it before. Straight up, I thought I can use you as a reference for that, if that's okay, Dave,
Yeah, that's fine. Fine with me, yep. I don't know, you would not use me as a reference.
So basically what's happening is they want a bi-monthly or 2-weekly show that's showcasing and highlighting business owners within the Harrow online area, Harrow online community area. And I spoke to the guy that started up the site, the head honcho, and his name's Chris. And I spoke to him last week. I had a 1.5 hour conversation with him. And he said to me, we need an outside reporter as well. Now, again, Dave, if I can have the grace of your reference, I've done that for you. I've done that from Ireland. Do you remember when I did it from Belfast for you?
I remember that. Right.
We did all that.
Yep.
So, dovetailing onto that, once I'm on there, I'd like to have you on for at least 15 to 20 minutes within that business show to give your professional advice. It's not going to be, we're talking about
professional
the art belly type subjects or politics, but I'm going to ask you now on air now, I would like you as my business consultant for 15 minutes on every one of those 1 hour shows twice a month. If you can do that, and all you'll be doing is you'll be advising, let's say, a local lady that owns a hairdressing shop, and you've got your business acumen in your head there. I would love to have you on there for 15 to 20 minutes on that show, Dave. Okay, if that's okay with you.
Well, we'll see. I mean, I've been kind of bitter towards doing radio or anything like that. So I'll think about it. I can't say yes or no because
think about it. But I'm telling you now. Listen, let me just give you the figures. Yeah, you're coming on as a professional consultant to business.
Right.
Yeah, which I can trust you on because you've run people, you've managed people.
I've run people down to the ground. I've run it down to the ground.
A flower store, or a motorbike shop, or a local car dealers, or somebody that's a beautician or a spa. You'll still have your business head on you, wouldn't you, Dave?
Well, I've got my Howard Stern wig on, so I guess I could put my business hat on. Yeah, I could do that.
And I like that. So again, let's look at. I look at it in both sides now. Obviously, it's going to be 15 to 20 minutes out of your time twice a month. Okay. And I'm going to ask that of you, legal service, as they say in French. But on the back of that, they're going to listen to who you are, who my consultant is that comes on. I'm going to be the guest host as such. Right. But I'll have you on as my professional consultant every 2 weeks. And if anyone wants to hook up with you for professional services, we can get that working.
I'm still burnt out.
And not only that, just remember, we've got 35,000 people on a market for here. So once they hear the name, myself, on there, and then Dave Darren, my special business consultant, coming on every 15 to 20 minutes twice a month, your name's going to get out there. So do the math.
Omar, I don't want to let you down, but I'm sort of still in my burnout phase from trying to do radio.
Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. But can we at least have you as a guest on impromptu then now and again?
Yeah, we can now and again. We'll talk about the now and again. We'll talk about how often now is and how often
again. You've got a lot
of
talent, man, and you know, at the end of the day, the one thing I've done from day one is I've supported you all the way through, my friend.
Right.
And I love what you're doing, and I've loved what you're doing from day one. And all I've got to say is I wouldn't be here talking to people out there if it wasn't for you. I wouldn't be taking these steps to push myself forward in that particular career. Let's get back. You just ignited a spark within me, my friend. And I thank you for that and for all your shows. And I've got to say, you're doing a good service. It doesn't matter how many people are listening to you or not yet.
5.
You've got some true, real listeners and friends out there. And, we're talking John Carnival, Corwin, Frank Westby, Terry Doherty, and whoever else I forgot. All you lot, I'm going to say one thing: we love you all.
All right, that's cool. So Omar, let me get back to this, and then we're going to let you go for tonight. But I want to. You said you were on a submarine, right? So now, how often do you get laid when you're in a submarine? Not at all, because there's no women on the submarine. So you got to wait until you come to service. How often do you get laid when you're in a submarine?
I left the submarine service in 2009. From 2016 January, women are actually allowed to sail on boats, submarines now.
They're on. So how much action do the women get on a submarine? It used to be full of men. Now you got all the horny men that have been in the submarine, submerged under a water. You got Captain Crane and Admiral Nelson from Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. They wanted to get laid. You want to get laid. Now there's women on this ship. How much action do these women get? They must be getting laid all the time.
If you were on a surface ship, yeah?
They can't even be ugly. They can't even be ugly.
Above the water. I should have gone for that service because it's 50-50, men and women equal on there.
Equal.
However, I don't know about the Royal Navy submarines. I would hazard a guess, and I'm going to be really cheeky here. Do you know you get those sort of really butch type women?
Doesn't matter. Guys hornies on a submarine. Guys hornies on a submarine. That butch women still got a vagina. They're going for it. I'd go for it. When a submarine, I don't even care if they want to use a strap on. I'm going for it. I don't even care if they have a strap on.
I'm going to take a sip of my juice, man. Or my fruit smoothie, even. Dave, you're kidding me with this one.
So the girl with the name L, the girl with the name L, how much of her juice did you suck out? You're sucking juice right now. How much juice did you suck out of her? How much?
Quite a bit, actually.
Quite a bit.
First.
Now, she's 49. Was she pretty moist? I'm assuming she was still pretty wet. Did you have to use any? Did you have to use any KY
without
jelly?
Going into depth and detail, you've seen the picture, haven't you?
Right. Any KY jelly needed, or she was lubricated enough just by natural juice? What do you think?
I often said to my mother, and she slapped me around the face.
Don't ask your mother about vagina juice.
Don't
ask your mother about vagina juice. Don't do that.
She was a French teacher.
Oh.
And an English teacher for a few years when she came here originally. And then she worked for the, what the fuck do they call it, man? Department of Work and Pensions here. Okay. You know, like the benefit office and that, yeah?
Right, okay. Unemployment office, something like that.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So she ended up as a manager there, 19 and a half years she'd done there. But I always used to tease her. I said, before you met my dad, were you a bit, she goes, oh, I like that rock group. You know what? She's like I told you before, when she was a kid growing up, I mean, she went to a fucking total Catholic convent school, yeah?
Oh, kind of.
From the age of 5 to the age of 18 and a half. And she has that horrible mindset. I don't want to go into that now because we're going to be going off subject. But she has that horrible, strict mindset that you would have done if you'd have grown up in the late 50s and, early 60s, yeah? In a Catholic school.
Well, I went to a Catholic school. Look at the fucking nightmare I am. So,
but seriously, with her, it's like, you know what to turn around and say. It's like real hardcore fucking education. And not only that, the indoctrination. And as kids, we used to be, you're not eating meat on a Friday.
Well,
why? I want to eat a fucking steak on a Friday, Mum. You can't have steak. You can have grilled fish. You can have fish. If you want to go down the local Jewish deli store, you can go to the fish and chip shop, but you are not eating meat. So one day I turned up at home with a hot dog from a stall down my high street. And my mum slapped my face, man. Why are you eating that in my house now on a Friday?
Wow.
And I'm like, that's why I just got so put off religion. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I found, I went to Catholic school. I found the nuns to be really sexy. Those habits are habit forming. I was turned on by nuns. I would go to school. I'd be taught by a nun mathematics or something like that. And the next course was English. Yeah. During the break, I went to the restroom and I whacked off because the nuns got me horny. I mean it. I'm serious. That black habit that they wore. I wanted to treat them like Monica Lewinsky. I wanted to shoot a load of jizz on the black habit. I thought that was pretty sexy.
Yeah, it's sort of, you know what it is,
they're tight.
Smoke and mirrors, isn't it? Those creed religion, culture,
those nuns, they were those
human being, correct or not? Yeah?
Yeah, correct. But those nuns were those habits way too tight for the Catholic school boys. They were them too tight.
But you see, I didn't, right, in my local neighbourhood, this is where this L lady went to. She went to, like, the equivalent. I went to a boys' school. It was an original grammar school. There's quite a few famous people from here, cricketers and broadcasters that have gone there. It used to be a grammar school, which used to be basically you'd have a comprehensive and then the grammar. Grammar school was sort of more posh and, old English type thing going on. Your comprehensive would be more sort of working class people, lower middle class people going there.
Okay,
I was graced to go to a really good school, and it was an all boys school. But we had like the local. There were 4 schools in the area that were really good reputation, and one of them was mine, which was called Gateshead High School for boys. The female counterpart of us, a non-religious place, would have been called Bentley Wood High School. Then the Catholic school for girls.
That's appropriate.
Sacred Heart.
That's appropriate. Bentwood High School. Bentwood. A school full of boys. All the woods Bentley. Bentley. Bentwood or something. But let me ask you this. So I went to a Catholic elementary school. called Holy Spirit in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's still, I don't think it even exists anymore. I think they knocked it down. But I remember I went to that school, and when I was going to school, all of the guys and the girls had to wear uniforms. So that's the Catholic school I went to. Now, even back then, the mini skirts were sort of popular, and the girls used to wear these little mini skirts. They used to wear the uniform, but they used to be mini skirts. And we got the guys. And fortunately, very fortunately, the Catholic school I went to had a second level. So we got the girls going up the second level. You got the guys who are always lingering down below because they wanted to look up and see that nice ass of the girl going up the steps. That's the type of Catholic school I went to. The guys would stay down below to check out the girls going up, or an occasional nun, right? We'd check out the nuns going up the step, right? That's the way we went to school. We went to school with hard-ons. When I went to school, guys were guys, men were men, and they were looking up the girls' dresses.
You're not allowed to do that anymore, though, are you?
You're not allowed to do that? What has this world come to? Seriously. We're not allowed to look up and check out the girl's ass walking up the steps? What are we going to get at? How about if we wear coronavirus masks?
You can't take a photo of it. Let's put it that way. Not that I'd be encouraging that type of behaviour. I don't at all. I think at the end of the day, if you have a good bit of banter and a good bit of sort of fed as a social interaction with people, which is being blocked nowadays. You know, so much about the digital world. But I prefer doing it the old school way. Okay.
Yeah, me too. I like the old school. I like the old Holy Spirit school where we're down below looking up the girls' dresses. I like the old school. Old school.
Oh dear, oh dear.
What are you smoking?
I know you said you wanted to jump off.
Yeah, I got to jump off. I really do. But I've had fun talking.
I'm going to listen. So much maximum respect to you, Dave Darren, and I've always supported you from day one, and I'll continue doing so. And I do like the way we have a little interchange. It's really a breath of fresh air in this boring fucking world. Correct?
That is true. This is a boring fucking world. It's even more boring.
I'll tell you what we do.
What do we do?
We'll get a little input after this, but I'd love to do that maybe sort of every week with you. But you hit me up and you let me know, and we'll jump on again for an impromptu hour, and we talk. Dave Darren, WTF show, Omar Razvi, a.k.a. Don Omar Marico Cavarone, signing off
and Omar,
as the UK correspondent for my main man, Dave Darren. Dave, I'll give it over to you.
Okay, and Omar, I will talk to you, but if I'm interrupting you going into some of that vagina, because I know you're getting laid quite a bit, then just tell me, Dave, I'll talk to you later. Today, this is the difference. I'm at McDonald's and I'm telling you I'm driving. Please, I'll call you back later. So, and I'm telling you that. It's more important when you're with a woman and you're going in there for that vagina-flavored vinegar, then you got to tell me, oh, Dave, I'm busy. I'll call you later. All right, so do that. If you're busy with a woman, let me know. Or if you're busy with a woman, you need someone to videograph it, let me know, and I'll do that. Omar, let me let you go, okay?
No woman is more important than you calling. If you call, she's just going to have to wait for it later.
Well, you really need to be mentally institutionalized also if you think that. You need to be in the mental institution. I don't know, brother. All right. Omar, I'll talk to you later on. Cheers, man.
Dave, all the listeners, thanks for tuning in tonight. If you are, we'll be back. Dave, love you, leave it.
All right, talk to you later. Okay, cheers, bye. All right, that's my little Howard Stern show tonight. Everyone said, what are you doing with the wig? I knew this was going to be a crazy evening, so I dressed like the crazy guy that I used to be when I used to be a fun guy. That's all I got for tonight, guys, and I shall talk to you later. Cheers.
Gee, it's great to be here at the disco. Let me tell you what happened to me the other day.
go home now, you idiots.
Okay, disco garbage can. Yeah, lift your lid. Disco garbage can. Lift your lid. Yeah, get down. Alright. Twirl. Everyone twirl. So I turned and walked away. Like later on I would go and pay. Then it happened when I stopped. A frozen bird fell with a plop.
My family is waiting for me.
A frozen bird fell with a plop. Who flung this turkey at me? Who flung this turkey at me? What's going on? Didn't you see? Someone threw a turkey at me. Yeah, disco garbage can, everybody. Yeah, lift your lid. Disco garbage can. Yeah, do the disco garbage can. Who threw that ham at me? Who threw that ham at me? Hey, didn't anybody see? Who threw that ham at me? Who threw that ham at me? Disco garbage can, everybody. Yeah, get down. Yeah, that's really great. Yeah, go for it, baby. Yeah, that's really great. Well, everybody, I've made my scene here at the disco tonight, so I'm going on to the next disco. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.